get into it. Dragons Dogma 2.
Yeah.
Big release this week from Capcom. What's it been, 12 years, I think, since the original one came out. And this is obviously the sequel. It's kind of like a semi-remake, apparently. I never really played the first one very much, but most of the reviews and stuff I've been reading are saying that it's effectively retelling or redoing the first game, just with like more modern tech and stuff. Yeah, we got it a little bit early. Review's not quite ready yet. Scott Ross is working on that, I believe, as we speak. Hi, Scott Ross, if you're listening while you're playing it. And I'll just throw it out there very quickly. I didn't really. I think I played the first one very, very small amount, like maybe a borrowed your disc or something. I don't remember.
No, I've got it. I paid for it before.
Yeah, so I think I played it. I didn't really enjoy it, what I played of it. But this one got me fucking hook, line, and sinker. I am having a great time. I'm genuinely surprised. I even was more than I thought. I'd get like an hour in and be like, nah, I'm not interested in this. But it's been one of them games where I've been sat at work during the day, been like, I can't wait to go and play some more Dragons Dogma. I want to go and play some more Dragons Dogma. And I haven't played as much as I would have liked this weekend, but there's something weird about it. It's like, it's janky and it doesn't explain very much, and it's awkward, and you die a lot, especially early on. But for some reason, I'm just having a great time. I'm loving just running from place to place and getting into all sorts of scraps with, giant fucking ogres or just the run-of-the-mill grunts and harpies and stuff. The quests are weird and a bit wonderful. I like the physics system of picking up the rocks and throwing them, or picking up the enemies and throwing them off stuff.
Yeah.
And I've gone for an archer class, and I was struggling with the combat a little bit to start with. And just as I started to sort of reach the point, I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm not doing it again. I got back to the main town and I managed to get some upgrades, some new abilities and stuff. And from that point, it sort of just instantly like switched it back around again. I was like, oh, I'm enjoying this again. I was looking forward to getting into fights so I could try out my new abilities, and upgrading my main pawn. And I had some other cool pawns with me that I found just as you wander around. And yeah, I'm only about, I think, maybe 11 or 12 hours in, which again is a lot more than I ever thought I'd put into it. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm sort of mainly sticking to the main quest, but every now and then, there's something shiny over there. I'll go and do that. I'll go and do this. Yeah, I'm having a great time with it. I'm really, really surprised. It's much like a Dragon Infinite Welfare this year, and Man Who Raised the Name last year. It sort of won me over. Got a new fan. And if we weren't doing this right now, I would literally be sitting on the other side of that door behind the camera and playing some more until I can't keep my eyes open anymore. Graham, what about you? How are you finding a bit of Dragons Dogma 2?
I am very surprised that you're enjoying it as much as you are. This, so as much of as an RPG fan as I am, this one, it had the same sort of bits that annoyed me from the first one. Because I discovered the first one because like people were like reeling off sort of top 10 RPGs you must play on the Xbox or 360 and stuff like that, and that was one of them. So I went back and bought it just to kind of give it a taste, and it started off sort of the story wise, it's all right, it's quite good, but it's just, so when you get into sort of direction things where there's sort of quest bits, sort of the map is horrible. It just doesn't tell you anything of where to go. You just guessing yourself all over the place, and then it doesn't really fully thrash out the whole pawn system even in the first one. Sort of it's just you get to command them. It's like, okay, it's like you're the Arisen, like everyone likes to tell you that. That was giving me Greedfall flashbacks. Everyone keeps calling me Arisen.
You must be the Arisen. Yes,
Arisen. Yeah. So constantly getting that bit, and then it's just the same thing in this one. Sort of still don't know where you're kind of going, and there's sort of the combat is still not much better from the first one. Sort of, don't get me wrong, some of the physics bit are clever, where you can sort of climb on an enemy, it's similar like God of War style, but just on like ogres and stuff like that. You can just climb up and sort of start jamming, poking them with the sword in their neck and head and stuff to sort of weaken them, or chop them in the legs to sort of make them fall over so you can give them an extra pummel. That's quite clever. I do like that bit. And you can pick them up and throw them, chuck them in the brine for an instant kill if you can pull that off. So yeah, those bits are fine with. It's just the combat bit. Why you can't lock onto an enemy and shield face that way? So many times I'm trying to shield block and I'm facing the wrong bloody way, and the goblin keeps hitting me up the arse. And there's
What class have you gone for then? I'm assuming
I
like a
did start
warrior
off as
or
a warrior.
whatever.
Off, I think because I was messing around. Weirdly, we both picked the same giant lion faced character, with almost the exact same color. Because I saw your pawn that you made.
Yeah,
Your pawn almost has exactly the same face as my
yeah.
character. I was like, that's uncanny that you picked the exact same face. But I made him very weird looking. So he's got like a really giant top half of the body, but the skinniest of little legs. And he runs like how Mr. McMahon walks with his sort of head backwards. And it was just watching him run is one of the funniest things I can watch. And then
Nice.
just to flip it on its head, my main pawn, I made a super old lady, I think called Thelma. It's just like she looks like an 80-year-old woman who's got a fat ass and a skinny little top half. So like her legs and everything are like super wide, and then she's got
Yeah.
skinny arms, skinny body, skinny little head.
They're like yin and yang then, the pair of them together.
I thought I'd just why not make it a bit of a chuckle going through, but
Yeah.
it's just the fact that she's like an old lady. I think she's a warrior as well.
Hmm.
And then I got your character, your little Kuntamajiri, as your
Yeah.
little pawn. But every now and then when I start the game up, it keeps changing its name to Kazoo.
Oh, that was because you could set a nickname or something, can't you? And that was the closest I could get to what it is, which was Kazoo
Oh,
or
the
whatever.
name above his head kept changing. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Did it just? I thought it nerfed your name at first. I was like, oh, I didn't like the cunt in the Kuntamajiri.
I know. I was surprised they let me get away with my old gamer tag, but yeah,
Always
I
make it
had to
Kazoo.
pick a nickname. Yeah, that's close enough. Has he done you any good? Because he doesn't really do me much good. I tend to rely on my other pawns, if I'm honest.
The only thing that's sort of managed to help, because he's also a warrior, so I've got like 3
Hmm.
warriors going on, and I had to get someone to go, so we're lacking a mage for healing.
I was going to say, but they're not shouting at you. Oh,
Yeah.
we're not very balanced over here. We need
So-
more.
It literally, just as they said that, about 10 seconds later, I bumped into a mage called Herb.
Hmm.
It was like,
Nice.
okay, and there comes my magic, and he started healing me straight away.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's quite handy. But yeah, no, the balance was completely out of whack because 3 warriors that just keep going straight in, dying all over the place. Keep trying to pick them up. I was like, you, like Eddie Price. I was like, that's why J-Point likes it so much. Everyone
Eddie
keeps
Price is
dying
like-
every moment.
Yeah,
It's probably the
such a
first
thing.
time where your pawns keep dying so many times. You keep
They do.
reviving them all the time.
Especially Kuntamadri. Yeah, he just charges in there and gets absolutely fucking destroyed left, right, and center.
Just, yeah. So that, I mean, my character keeps I died so many times in the night. So, like I said, that quest from something went wrong because you go from, I can't remember, is that Melv or somewhere like that, and it says you have to go to the
Yeah.
palace bit, and it's so far away. It's like, I
Yeah.
thought, oh, maybe there's some little sub quest you can do on the way. No, it's just one long trek with so many bloody enemies in between, and there's just no give.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, constantly fighting, losing people, and it's like, oh, look, there's something shiny over there. There's a chest. Go out to the chest, and the fucking ogre pops out. There's only so many ogres. I already bumped into like 3 or 4 ogres. It's like, okay, I can't keep fighting these guys. They just keep rinsing my health.
I keep finding them and the giant like minotaurs keep popping up everywhere. It's like, fuck off! I can't. It's not worth fighting. You leave me alone. I just want to get to where I'm going.
No, the harpies are doing my head in because I've only got 3 bloody warriors and 1 mage. No one can hit the fucking thing. So, there's only so much flying through the air I can handle. I've got the aerial strike, and if I might get lucky, I can sort of knock it out of the sky.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm an archer and I still can't fucking hit them cunts. They just like fly around so much and then they end up putting me to sleep. It's like, oh fuck off! Leave me alone.
And then the super tough freaking lizard people as well. They started whooping me by the water until I managed to pick one up and lob them into the brine. But then they just rinsed the rest of my team. It's like, you can't just run them off and leave them. It's like, I'm either going to have to try and pick them up and die or just... Yeah, so it's just that. That's why I kept checking the map over again. But even the map looks rubbish, and there's no fast travel or easy way to fast travel. You have to like pay for like rift stones or something that you can only get.
They're well expensive, and I think, like I said, in all the time I've been playing, I think I've only accrued 1 in all that time. I got one for a quest as a quest reward or something.
Yeah. So
Yes,
don't do
it's
that.
hard.
Don't do bloody paying for fast
Mm.
travel. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
an
that's
RPG.
one of the big things that people are kicking off about, isn't it? Because
Well, I
before
saw that you
launch,
have to
there
pay
was
for it. They're
no,
saying it's a
yeah,
microtransaction to do it. So I've never saw that, but
before launch, like, obviously we had review copies and that.
hmm.
There wasn't in there, and then on launch day, after all the reviews and stuff had come out, they chucked them in saying you could pay £2 for a Riftstone or a pack of Riftstones, whatever. And it's
Jeez.
like everyone was like, but no one mentioned this. No one knew. It literally wasn't there yesterday, and then today you're telling me it's there. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that are quite expensive like that, and even sleeping in a bed like in the inns and stuff, it's very
Mm.
expensive, especially to start with. And it's worth doing, but
Yeah, 2,000 gold. I was like,
yeah,
that's like a quarter of my gold.
yeah,
I need to
it's
sleep because I need to get my health back. I got like
yeah,
down to a half, and you got the gradually declining health as you get hurt.
yeah,
So that's a new little funky feature, which is fine. But don't make it so bloody expensive to
yeah.
sleep.
Or
I
you
don't.
can use a camping spot, but the camping
Yeah,
bags are well heavy,
yeah.
and you only get, I've only, again, I've got enough. I've never really run out, but that means someone's always constantly over encumbered or something, and they're just running along like.
So what are you doing? And yeah, just that kind of clunky choices that didn't really sit well with me. And the sort of the one that sort of really annoyed me was the climb up a ladder to get something at the top of it, and then try and climb down the ladder. There's no like button to climb down it. You kind of just have to hover near it until he sort of takes initiative.
Yeah.
And I tried to do it, and I just completely just fell off the edge. And for some reason, every time you fall off, he always leans forward.
Yeah, lean forward. I think if you
In
tilt forward
pancake.
far enough, that's when you get damage because you sort of flat face on the floor. If
Yeah,
you land upright, you sort of take either no damage or way less damage.
yeah.
It's
So
funny though watching him to go.
I know, completely fucking pancaked myself on the floor. And I was like, he can't even climb down the ladder. What is wrong with this game?
Yeah, but like I said, there's a lot of things that I probably in any other game would be like, fuck this, I'm not doing it. Like you said, the awkward combat and the awkward traversal and the lack of map hints. At least it gives you a general location of where you're going most of the time. But
Yeah, well, it keeps popping up with
once you get
exclamation
there, then
marks
you're
on
like, oh, well, I don't know where I'm going now. Like I said before we started, we were talking about one mission in particular, and I had to go to a masquerade ball, and it said, you have to don a certain outfit and go there, like when it's on. So I randomly found the outfit. I don't even remember where I got it from. So I went there and there's no masquerade ball on tonight. And I was like, well, when is it? I don't know. It just come back and
that.
try again. I was like, oh, all right. I guess I'll run around for a little bit and come back later. And then when I got there, it said, whatever the mission was, find this person. But I had no idea who I was looking for, where I was looking, what I was supposed to be doing. So I was just running around. I ended up getting arrested because I just started punching people. So I was like, something's got to happen, surely. And then I had to break out of prison and then do it all again. But eventually we figured it out. But
I didn't
yeah,
even,
there's, go on.
as I was going to mention, that trip where you have to take from Mel to the palace bit to be recognised,
Mm,
that I was being accompanied by the person that takes you there, and he
mm,
disappeared halfway through the map. It was when it went dark, and then suddenly I wasn't following him anymore. He just wasn't there, and every time I died and came back, he just wasn't there to guide me. And once you get to the place, he goes, "Where's your letter of invitation?" I was like, "Fucking letter of invitation." I was like, "Where is he?"
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "I
You
don't know
need the
where
guy
he
to open the
is."
gate.
I was like, "Do I have to go all the way back to the fucking Melv?" So I stuff it. So I just quickly ran past the guard, and I got taken in for interrogation. And then they go, "No, you are the Arisen, and you get interrogated, and that's it.
Mm,
You get to come out and be in there anyway."
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Because you just talked to Brandon, yeah. But yeah,
so, but
it's
yeah,
yeah.
just that
There's a lot of like I said, there's a lot of little
clunkiness.
things, which is in any other instance would be like almost game breaking, but there's just something about it. I listened to a podcast yesterday, and they sort of compared it to like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, and stuff, where you're
Mm.
just given a world, and those Zelda games are very freeform, like go and figure out what to do, and I think that's why I like it because it's very Zelda like ish,
Mm.
in those ways, but it's obviously a lot more technically advanced and more oldie worldy Englishy rather than
Yeah,
proper
I
high
just I don't get it.
random fancy. But
Are they trying to make it more realistic? Because I thought that was like, oh, they're just trying to make it so you feel everything like it's tricky. You have to do a balancing act.
mm,
I was like, okay, fine. If you're going down that angle, then don't let me buy something from his shop and then quickly run around the side and just nick something from his chest or just open a chest. That's not. Why is the chest that you can just run into people's shops and just open a chest that they're just standing right next to? Oh, I've got some special Harspud or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But sort of, I'm just yoinking stuff out of chests from shops, and they don't give a shit.
There's later on bits where you have to do some stealth between like the palace guards and that, and it's very janky as well. You sort of walk into this room and they're patrolling around it, and I literally was stood, a few feet just standing there, and he didn't see me. As soon as I started moving, when he was facing the other way, he turned around and just walloped me in the face. I was like, I thought I was safe here because you didn't react, and then I literally took one step and he just beat the shit out of me. Yes, there's lots of little bits like that, and again, like I just said many times, it doesn't matter to me. I'm still just having a great time, just exploring, just going around the world, doing the little side quests, doing mainly the main missions, and just being set free in this pretty good looking sort of fantasy world where I can just wander off and piss about for a little bit. The inventory is a fucking dick though. I'm not a fan of that at all. Like trying to constantly having to move things between people, and then if you get rid of your pawns, so you lose, like your stuff gets put to storage. So you need to take stuff you want off them before you get rid of them, and then like faffing around trying to equip different people's items, and I'm forever fucking pressing the wrong button and sending it to the wrong person and doing whatever. But when I first started, I had a couple of pawns which I really liked. I don't know why I got so attached to them, but I was quite enjoying like the team dynamic we had going on. And then I was level 12. My main pawn was level 12, and these were like level 1 and 2 still. I was like, why the fuck aren't they leveling up? Didn't realise they don't level up. You have to get new ones. I was like, no, I don't want new ones. I want to keep these ones. So I had to go and find some suitable replacements, which I haven't really found still. I found some people, but they're not the same. Damn it. I was enjoying being with them. But again, despite all that,
I did not know that.
Yeah, no, you need to change out your other two pawns constantly because they are what they are. They don't upgrade or learn new powers or abilities. You can equip them with stuff, but
wow, well, that's why I kept yours, because it was yours.
Yeah, if they go back to, I don't know if it about. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe it does level up with me if you've taken my pawn, but if you take a random one from the world, it won't. I don't really know. These ones were just like default because again, it was before launch, so we didn't really have many people to
see
to
what
go
level
for,
you're
but-
at, see if you're progressing.
I think he should be level 12 or 13.
Yeah,
now,
I think
maybe.
it was when I last checked, which was a higher level than what I was anyway.
But again, despite all the little foibles and the weird systems and the stupid way they've done a lot of the things like the quests and all that stuff, I'm having a great time, and I fully intend on seeing it right the way through. Really, really enjoying it. I could probably, if I had the time, it would probably be a kind of game I'd spend like 100 hours playing. But a lot of people said they're getting through it in like 30 to 40 hours, which will probably about do me. Just get through the main thing, do a few side missions, explore a little bit, die many, many times, maybe set a few things on fire.
Easily done.
Go from there. But yeah, really, really good. Really enjoying it so far. So like I said, Ross's review, get my words right. Ross's review will be up at some point this week, hopefully. And we'll see whether he agrees with myself or Graham or the consensus, because he's been getting fucking 9s and 10s left, right, and centre. So it'll be interesting to see what he thinks of it so far. Any more on Dragons Dogma, Graham, before we move on to some
not
other
from
video
me
games?
just yet. I'm gonna play it a bit more. I'll reserve my decision to play a bit more, but it's nowhere near the 9 or 10 mark for me just yet. It feels almost as clunky as 2 worlds at the moment.
Oh, that's some fucking slander, that is. Yeah, well, we'll get to that later on.